Hello, so I want to do another unboxing video. I just got this new Angels Tarot deck and it's by Debray. On the back it says, "Come join us in the heavens above with our Angels deck. Inspired by Renaissance art, we used gold and blue foil stamping to give the deck lavish and refined look. If you love angelic magical themes, this deck is the one for you." So I'm just going to open it and we'll just go ahead and look through it together. Alright. I like the blue and gold colors. Like, I think they just go really well together. And I really do enjoy the foiled look. It's got sort of a gilded effect. Okay, so this is what we've got here. So we've got the Fool on the front as you open the deck, and then we've got the book at the bottom. It says The Key to the Tarot, based on the pictorial Key to the Tarot by author Edward Waite, compiled by Brian Weiner. So there's the introduction. Okay, so it's got a colored print here. There's some tips. The Major Arcana. Ooh, okay, so this is a color printed book. I like this. I prefer these over the black and white. Actually, it just makes the quality just a little bit better. So anyway, we go through all of them. Right, and then we get to, it's like the suit, Minor Arcana. Okay. And then it talks about spreads. This is cool, the pentagram spread. Maybe I want to do that. Celtic Cross, classic. Okay, 3-card spreads. That's cool. It gives you examples. So if you're learning, this would be a really good deck for you because it tells you how to do it. Deal 3 cards face down, and then it gives you examples of how to interpret. So this is like the 5 of Swords in the middle. Talks about past cards. So yeah, this is really would be a good prototype for your own readings. All right, let's go ahead and go through the deck. So briefly, I'm just going to show you. Ooh, and look at the back. This is my favorite. I don't know if you can see how magical that looks. But it's really nice. My fingernail polish actually happens to match it. I have like sort of metallic right now. That wasn't planned, but that's fun. And so then there's that blue foil stamping too, and it's got the blue foil border and the titles on each card. These are really nicely done. Let's take a look at the artwork. Okay, so this is the Fool. You have the dog that's joining. This looks like an angel. He's got wings. You have the Magician here. So these are all angels, right? So this is an Angels Oracle deck. Okay. So the second card is the Magician here. So the Fool and the Magician is blue, and then the High Priestess is gold. Very lovely. I like this. The Empress. By the way, there's no gloss. This is a matte finish. The cardstock is medium thickness, I would say, and it's the normal standard size. So we've got a pattern here. We've got 2 blue, a golds, 2 blue here with the Empress and the Emperor, and then we've got another golds, Hierophant. The Lover's card is gold as well. Interesting. This is what these cards look like. Let's get it all in the frame here. There we go. Hermit. The Wheel of Fortune. This looks so much like the Rider-Waite card. It's really nice. Justice. the Hanged Man. You have the classic red pants and the blue shirt. You've got the Death here. I like how each of these cards really focus on the character. So they make the characters the center theme, each one. So it's not where you're getting distracted by a bunch of little details. Like you definitely see like there is a main person in all of these cards. So Temperance, it focuses on that angel instead of all of the details around it. And I like this like smoke effect, like the clouds here. It's like the devil. Interesting. It has sort of a feline face to me. Yeah. A tower. Star. Interesting. The moon. These are very nicely drawn and nicely done. They're just a good quality. I'm actually really impressed with the art, and I like how the art is consistent. So it doesn't, they all feel cohesive. They all feel like they belong to the same deck. There are a lot of tarot decks that different cards, it looks like it's done by different artists even, and you're like, this is a jumbled situation. I'm not getting the feeling with that, with this deck. This one is just very consistent, it's very uniform, and I like that. It stays true to the theme. Okay, so here we're getting into the minor arcanas. Okay, so the first minor arcana, we have the Ace of Wands. It has a crooked staff. I wonder if that has any special significance. The Two of Wands here. Nice. Three of Wands. Classic. Four of Wands. I like how zoomed in these are. Like you're not getting a lot of the background noise, and that's I think my favorite part, and also it's just very nicely done art. But I like how zoomed in the Four of Wands card is, especially because in the other decks, like in the other Rider-Waite decks, you see them, they're so far away and the characters are very small and it's hard to get that detail, but this is just so nice. Okay, Five of Wands, Six of Wands, Seven of Wands. These are all pretty much what I expected them to look like. Nothing is so out of the ordinary. There's definitely an artistic interpretation to them, but it's not way out of what you would expect the cards to look like. That's kind of cool. I like the Peter Pan hat here on the Page of Wands. It gives sort of a mercurial vibe to it. Mercury. Okay, you have the Knight of Wands. Wow. I feel like he's looking way down at us, like we're way down here. I like that, how the framing is done for perspective. The Queen of Wands, oh, she's so lovely. Look at her, beautiful. I always like looking at the character cards, I think, the most, because they really have like these sort of people personalities. Okay, the Ace of Cups. Nice, nice, nice. Two of Cups. Three of Cups. Okay. This is humorous to me. It's just very depictive of what it truly means. Wow, and you have all the darkness. I love the way that these are drawn. I really do love the art on these. I'm gonna definitely use this deck. I know I say that every time I do an unboxing, but seriously, I really like these a lot. I hope the matte finish cardstock holds up over time. That's the only thing I'm wondering. It doesn't have a gloss on it. There's no like extra layer protective covering, but I'm sure it will, because it looks like it's pretty good quality all around. It feels like there's a texture. It's not smooth, so there's like a texture that you can feel of the gold. Wow, these are so nicely done. Page of Cups, Knight of Cups, Queen of Cups, King of Cups. Okay, getting into the swords. Ace of Swords, Two of Swords, Three. Oh, nice. I like how glowing this is. Five of Swords. You don't see anybody else walking away in this one. I find that interesting. So that person's like alone by themselves. I actually kind of like the added meaning in that. It's like they're fighting with themselves. It's futile, right? That's the meaning of this card anyway. So, Six of Swords, Seven of Swords. I don't know. Interesting. This might... Sorry for the plane overhead. Nine of Wands, Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords. This one's less graphic. There's no blood in this one. There's, like, as there are in other decks. Page of Swords, Knight of Swords. Okay, let's look at the Queen. What does she look like? It almost looks like she's holding like an invisible scale. I'm really trying to zoom in on her hand gesture there. Interesting. King of Swords. Ace of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, 3. Now this is interesting because it kind of looks like it's a hybrid between the Eight of Pentacles and the 3 that you would normally see. So like these, because in this card, they're usually just going all the way up the side, but since the artist decided to zoom in, which I like, it actually gives less space above, so they put the 2 extra pentacles to the side. So here it almost looks like a continuation of like they started and then they've added to it, which I think is really cool. You're not seeing the other 2 characters in this card yet again. It's just the one. Again, focusing on the individuals mostly. Except in this one, you know, you do have the soulmates. It's like this is like suffering soulmates card or like trauma bonding. I feel like this card represents that. And I like how the blue gold stamping goes over the gold, because if this gold 5, Roman numeral 5 was on there, you wouldn't be able to see it, but it actually really stands out. I'm really enjoying this. These are really nice. 7 of Pentacles. Okay, again, 8, 9. There's the family. Page. I don't mean to be like rude, but some of the way that some of these are drawn, it kind of looks like they have a face tat. Just saying. The lines are very harsh. That's my only critique of the art. Otherwise, I think they're fabulous. I like her too. She's like, I love her pink dress. And the king. Nice, 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 nice. Okay, let's do a reading. So when I get a new deck, I always do an interview spread. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do an interview spread. So the questions I like to ask are talking... Oh, there's a card that just jumped out. 5 of Wands. This is probably the act of me shuffling. Sometimes it can be very literal, but I'm already getting messages, so it feels like it's communicative. I feel like I'm in sync with this particular deck. I hope that you would feel that way too if you got it, but that's the way I feel. So, okay. First question is, hi deck, please tell me about yourself. Who are you? What is your energy represented as mostly? Which card? Second question, what is your greatest strength? Third question, greatest weakness. Fourth question, tell me about the relationship between me, the reader, and the deck itself. Last question, just a message. Any old message. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. Tell me about yourself. Who are you? What's your greatest strength? What is, oops, no. These cards tumbled out. Come on. What is your greatest weakness? I guess I just decided to flip it over. I was going to wait until the end, but I guess there's something to that. I don't know why. What is the message between us, reader and deck? 6 of Pentacles. Nice. It's a good collaboration. It's sharing. It's giving. Right? Equal contribution. I like it. It's giving messages. It's pretty plain, simple. Okay, give me a message, please. What is the message? What do you want to say? Okay, we'll leave that one as a surprise. So the shadow is the Queen of Swords. Well, it is a very artistic deck. It is about angels. Queen of Swords is a more feminine vibe, and it is air element, so that can also be angels. Okay, so who are you? Oh no, don't be insecure. It's new. It's like it's gone through. I feel like this deck went through a lot to get to this point where it's been birthed. I almost feel like a sense of pride when I am going through this deck. It feels like it's just all of the details. It just looks like it was like a lot of effort. That's all. A lot of effort, a lot of persistence to make it happen. And there was a real push for this deck to be created. And I feel like it has kind of a warrior spirit to it. It's like, even though he's kind of banged up a little bit here, you can see with his head wrap there. Okay, so the strength is spiritual messages, right? Page of Wands. Direct, clear messages that are, you know, pretty to the point, uplifting. It's fun. The greatest weakness is loss. Oh no, I hope I don't lose a card. It might not be able to handle loss very well, or deep, dark subjects. Like, I don't know if this is a deck that I would use for counseling. I think it's just for fun, light messages. I don't think it's really going into the depths of someone's psyche or really psychology, or dealing with like crises. I feel like it's just more of like a fun deck. Okay. Not too serious, right? That's its weakness. I feel like it can't be that serious. Even the Queen of Swords, she looks kind of soft, you know? Okay. So we talked about the relationship and then the message. Seven of Wands. Okay, so very similar to the Nine of Wands, but this is definitely, it's like coming to the defense also. It really, I think that the message here is like living up to expectations, but more so than I would have expected. I feel like it's just saying like this deck in general, like exceeded my expectations, maybe yours as well. I don't know. That would be for you to decide. Let me know what you thought of this video and what you think of this deck in the comments. Love to hear from you. All right, so see you in the upcoming videos. Take care and be well.